Okej. Mam nadzieję, że działa. Tylko nie ma pytań. Okej. No na to wszystko działa. Dzień dobry. Specjal na 150 osób. I nie tylko, bo też inne powody. Widzicie, dzisiaj był ostatni dzień w starej robocie. No, jeszcze oficjalnie jestem, bo mam urlop, ale tak. Nieoficjalnie już koniec. Jestem wolny jak ptak. Jak ptak na uwięzi. Tak zresztą miałem nazwać tego streama. Wolny jak ptak na uwięzi. Bo od lipca zaczną kolejną robotę. Ale ten tydzień, kurwa, w spokoju. Oprócz paru rzeczy, które muszę pozałatwiać. Faktycznie muszę pozałatwiać, to naprawdę będą filmiki, będą różne inne kurwa. Wasz to nie chcę tak zejść z talon, nie chcę tak chyba szybko się stygnąć, że tak powiem. Już się ujebałem, jeszcze nie zacząłem malować, a już się ujebałem. Zajebiście. Ale dobra, to nic. No, oczywiście klasycznie paletkę oczyścić, jak uda świątek, trochę, dajcie paletkę. Także tak, jestem przeszczęśliwy. Już było opite mój koniec pracy w kołchozie. No przesadzę, nie było to źle. Po prostu już się tam wkurzałem trochę na różne rzeczy i wiem, że to pierdolę. Szkoda zdrowia, psychicznego głównie, której też jest nadwątlone mocno. Tu trzeba coś zmienić w swoim życiu. Zmiany są zazwyczaj dobre. Trudne, ale zazwyczaj dobre. Zobaczymy, jak to idzie. W ogóle dziękuję za 150 subów. Całym dwóm osobom, które to oglądają. Cześć. Cieszę się, że oczywiście. No chodź tu. O, daje mi to satysfakcję zdrapywanie tych akrylickiego, przyznaję. W ogóle koncepcja obrazu miała być inna, ale miałem to takie dużo trudno. Stwierdziłem, że to będzie coś innego jednak. To się dzieje ten notesik. Będę go potrzebował. Gdzie on jest? Dobra, zaraz go znajdę. Tak, jak kiedy sobie szkicuję coś tam, to mi jest łatwiej potem malować różne rzeczy, bo już mam jakby wizualizację faktycznie zrobioną. Dobry patent. Czasami najprostsze rozwiązania są najprostsze. Mamy sobie dzisiaj Dark Lofi. Kto wie, może się jeszcze zdąży 500 razy zmienić muzyka. Strasznie wielkie to piłko mam. Ja lubię takie projekty, ale czy mi to się uda dzisiaj, to nie wiem. No, ludzie malują większe, ale to ja muszę się do jakiejś podstawy stojąca i to jest pierdolenie się, a ja to robię przecież hobbystycznie. W większości. Częściej też terapeutycznie. Chyba. No złaś! Tu są dwa, więc bierzemy tylko jedno, to nam potrzebne. No i już sobie ujebałem. Na szczęście to i tak ma być czarny tło, więc... Dobra, teraz potrzebuję... Gdzie go kurwa położyłem? Gdzie on jest? Gdzie jest ten notes? Hej no. O, tylko ślepak jest. Dobra, nie pokażę wam co to będzie. Proszę mi nie zaglądać. Tu mam inną koncepcję, tu mam tą koncepcję, tu mam tą, to nie. To było... Tak, właśnie. Dobra. Okej. Chyba zacząć od czarnego. Nie będzie to jakieś kontrowersyjne, ale Myślę, że może mi się to ładnie udać. Dobra, wszystko mam. Piwko jest. Zaczynamy. Zobaczymy, jak mi pójdzie. Oj kurde, no i chuj. Właśnie ja powiedziałem, masz czego uważać, bo bardziej trudno mi tak tyle. I no właśnie, no ale to nic. To się rozprowadzi. Dobra, lecimy. Tak, w planach jutro mam nagrać odcinek trochę kulturny. Dawno nie było, a trochę rzeczy kulturalnych ogólnie kulturalnych gdzieś czytałem, zobaczyłem, obejrzałem, przesłuchałem i z kilkami, czy przegrałem na przykład, bo gierki oczywiście też będą. Chciałem sobie tam o tych rzeczach opowiedzieć, polecić lub nie. Nie no, raczej polecić, wiem, że gówniane rzeczy się lepiej sprzedają na YouTube, jakbym zjechał coś z góry na dół na przykład. Ja to wiem, że tak jest, że właśnie ludzie, sam tego mam też, że wolę słuchać o jakichś zjebanych rzeczach, nie wiem, na przykład złe książki albo o złych filmach obejrzeć, niż o tych wartościowych. Ale to chyba dlatego też, że ja o wartościach na swoją opinię nie chcę sobie jakieś dodawać dobrej opinii cudzej, i już to ma sens. Ciężko stwierdzić. W każdym razie tak. Lecimy sobie na mrok dzisiaj. Full. Nie będzie to aż taki mroczny obraz, bardzo, ale myślę, że ciekawy. Myślę, że coś z tego może być. Zobaczymy. Tak. Ulga jest. Skończyłem pracę. Definitywnie tam. Mówię, teoretycznie jeszcze jestem tam w pracy, bo urlop. Ale... Ale no, to już się nie liczy. Bo z dniem 1 lipca będę oficjalnie bezrobotny. Ale mówię, praca już na wygraną i całkiem spoko się wydaje. No to trudna i bardzo wyzwaniowa będzie, ale jak chcę iść do pracy, nie lubię się nudzić w pracy. Jasne, nikt nie lubi pracy, ogólnie. Ja też nie lubię pracy, nikt nie chodzi z tego, ale nie widzę, ona będzie, że już jest. Ona będzie jakaś taka, będzie coś się działo w niej. Po tej czas się leci i jak człowiek czuje się bardziej spełniony, coś robić efekt swoich działań. No i jeżeli jest dobrze opłacany.
Nature truly is a wonder, and it's anyone's guess what other mysterious creatures lurk out there in the night. It almost seems like there's something new every week around here.
Ale dzisiaj jebania z tym. Ja już to czuję. Ale dobrze. Myślę, że tak za 4 godzinki tam to wejdzie. Nie wiem, czy jest granie dzisiaj. Zobaczymy. Zawsze z tym graniem tak jest, że to granie tak wychodzi średnio. Jeszcze streamowanie w poniedziałek o takiej godzinie to też tak jest pomysł średni, bym powiedział. Średni. Ale to nic. Tak teraz sobie lubię malować bez streamowania, jakoś się skupiam. Ale coś na ten kanał wypadało czasem, nie? Jak nie nagrywam filmów, albo jak nagrywam film na starych babach, no to niech będzie przynajmniej coś też innego. Dobra, szary odpalić zaraz. Aha, to ja mam tak skurzony ten monitor, to nie jest aż tak, nie? Dobra. Mógłbym to tak zostawić, nazwać to, nie wiem, Monolit Seja 2001 albo coś w tym stylu. Ale oczywiście tego nie zrobię. Ale musi wjechać suszarka. Więc mikrofon na moment out.
He should be dead, but he's still breathing.
And now, a traffic update. It would seem that a large tree has fallen, blocking the only road out of town. A car has been reported to have crashed into the tree. The crash was not initially reported, and the accident site was discovered by chance by a local officer during a routine patrol.
No dobra.
The car was found abandoned.
Zobaczymy, co z tego będzie, moi drodzy.
Inside to indicate that the driver
O
and
ty.
passengers were likely
Brzmi
injured in the
podstępna
crash.
sieć.
It is likely that the motorist fled the scene, fearing the
Dobra,
penalties
myślę,
for
że nie
murder.
białym zaczniemy, ale coś pochodną białego. Spadłaby dobra, ale
As they carry the greatest
albo
penalty.
to. Tak, coś trzeba z tego wygrzewać jeszcze.
But the trail of blood indicates
W ogóle
that
to
they
są
fled
chyba
the scene
moje ostatnie
into the
oszonowe
old
farby,
woods.
jakie mam. Oszone.
Punishment from
No,
law
całkiem niezłe.
enforcement would have been severe.
Jak na oszona,
Punishment from the
oczywiście.
old woods will be
Ale-
much
Ale no jako, że już tam nie będę się kręcił.
This has been a traffic update.
Nie, to jest puste już całkiem praktycznie. Zobaczmy ten blue. A coś jeszcze się czai. Zobaczmy. Dobra, okej, może starczy. Zobaczymy. Ciekawy kanał znalazłem, okej, do słuchania muzyki. Zobaczymy, co to będzie z tego. Jest pędzelek, jest pędzelek. Dobra, zobaczmy. Ok, muszę skalę sobie ogarnąć. Dobra. Myślę, że tak. Dobra.
When I held you in my arms, I felt a strange sensation, waiting to receive life. Who in their right mind would believe a man had returned from the dead? You've been living in the shadow.
Dobra. Mniej więcej staram się wiernym być swym szkicowi, który zrobiłem wcześniej, bo efekt jest całkiem spoko, więc nie chcę sobie tego zepsuć. Zobaczymy. Dobra. Dobra. Ci, którzy mnie znają, to na pewno wiedzą, że to będzie coś z miastem Wiśną.
When I held you in my arms, I felt a strange sensation, waiting to receive. Who in their right mind would believe a man had returned from the dead? You've been living in the shadow.
Kurwa, napierdalają w tych motocyklach. To ulica rzadko uczęszczana przez auta, to napierdalają po prostu. Skurwysyny. Chłopcy chce posiedzieć, namalować obraz, a ci napierdalają. Dobra. Dobra. Okej, ciekawa muzyka. To nie, dosyć ciekawiło. Trochę to ma vibe jakichś seriali policyjnych z lat 80, 90 nawet bym powiedział. Nie? Jakieś intro, jakoś nie wiem, Boże, jak to się nazywało? Tego, co uznali go za skorumpowanego, jeździł na motorze. Jak to się kurwa nazywało? A on był dobry i nigdy nie był skorumpowany. Jak to się kurwa nazywało? Nie, za cholerę sobie nie przypomnę. Renegat. Kurwa, przypomniałem sobie na proszę. Renegat. Zabili mu dziewczynę, coś takiego to było. Jedzie na motorze. Motocyklu, przepraszam bardzo. Już dziwną furtkę w mojej pamięci otworzyła ta muzyka, ale chyba o to chodzi w tym takim mrocznym lofi, żeby się zagłębiać w jakieś takie dziwne rejony. Pamięć rdzenia otworzyć sobie troszkę. Że nie wiem, czy ja chcę tam zaglądać za bardzo, to tak swoją drogą. 4, 5, 6. Dobra, muszę jeszcze jeden się uda. Okej, myślę, że wystarczy. Okej. Ja już zmęczony jestem. A co dopiero ten... O, Robin, cześć. Cześć. No dobra. Nie skarż mi tutaj, Robin, za bardzo cię proszę. No sorry, ja wiem, że ty chcesz być tutaj blisko swego pana, ale musisz się teraz obejść smakiem trochę. A to mi się kojarzy z kolei z serialem Czarodziejki, który też na Polsacie gdzieś tam leciał i to też chyba twór z lat 90. albo wczesnych 2000 na pewno. Dziwny to był serial, ale w sumie... Kurwa, nie ta farba. Ale w sumie lubiłem. Czary, magia, anioły, w ogóle. No kurwa, kwintesencja lat 90.
And now, a sponsored message from Mark's Meat. Are you a vegetarian who misses the sweet, sweet taste of once living flesh? Mark's Meat has you covered. We are proud to introduce the world's first entirely animal-sourced vegetarian meat. We have developed a process by which we extract the soul from the animals and then slaughter them. Their useless, meaty husks are turned into delicious meat products, while their souls are kept safe, allowed to live in our luxury storage devices. Many vegetarians are happy to eat fish due to their obviously soulless nature, and we've managed to extend that principle to all animals. So come on down to Mark's Meat and find something dead to eat.
Welcome to spring. Now, here's your local on the 8s.
The path next to the cemetery has been a favorite local oddity for many years now. The popular pathway has the unique charm of always leading somewhere new. None of the path's documented destinations have ever been found by other locals, and often include destinations which should not be geographically possible. Residents should be warned, however, that certain times of day are not ideal for walking the path. shifting hellscape of sorts. Another local curiosity is the jogging club, who jog the shifting pathway clad in dark black jogging robes exclusively between the 6 to 8 p.m. hellscape hours. It's anyone's guess what these mysterious joggers do or see on these outings, but it no doubt involves excellent cardio. This has been a local sightseeing feature.
So by the order of the Pottsville Chamber of Commerce, I find you guilty of trespassing, destruction of property, disturbing the peace, and murder.
Murder?
Oh, no, not murder. But those other crimes. I sentence you to
Read all that you may. Read all that you may.
We'll begin this evening's report by jumping right into the weather. Tonight's weather is just about as mild as it gets. The temperature is fairly middling. There's no rain, no wind, no clouds, and no trees. Yes, you heard right. The trees are completely gone. The old woods is nowhere to be found, and along with it, the various trees scattered about town seem to have left as well. It's anyone's guess where they've gone and for how long. I have to admit, the town feels a bit naked without them. I'm not quite used to seeing so much horizon. The only shadows being cast currently are by the buildings, electrical poles, and most people. Being exposed as we are without the veil of looming, gnarled greenery has led to residents reporting a general sense of dread and being watched. It has been said that it feels as though a great invisible eye is staring hatefully at the inhabitants of our town, off from the distance of the impossibly far horizon and the bare, cloudless, starless sky. Perhaps the trees were protecting us. Perhaps the sacrifices which were ceased this year were for a purpose after all. Perhaps the old chant, "Feed the forest," is not just a children's song. I hope the trees come back soon.
A monolith with indifferent geometry and a long, sharp shadow cast by the low morning sun. It is an ominous construction, channeling ancient powers and long-dead gods. Perhaps it is even connected to our primordial extraterrestrial ancestry. And now, just a few days before Christmas, this looming dark stone shows up mysteriously in the night, casting scornful shadows across both our dreams and our primitive understanding of the world.
Tonight.
Y'all scared.
Wow, what a beautiful song. An important news update. There have been reports today of a house fire at a residence located in the town beneath the town. To call it a house may be a bit of a stretch, as it is more of a tunnel junction which has been boarded up and furnished. But either way, the owner was not injured in the fire. The smoke, however, has driven a large number of rats up from the sewers. Residents are advised to keep all doors and windows closed. If any rats do find their way into your home, rest assured that they will only stay until the smoke has fully cleared. They don't want to be there any more than you want them to be there. The fire marshal has reported that fire extinguishers will be installed in the tunnels in order to better protect our subterranean friends. And now, back to songs. A number of locals have reported strange sounds coming from the sewers in the late hours of the night. When reported to the local authorities, officers responded, "There is no way. We don't believe you. Just go back to bed and stop making things up. We're very busy." On the evening following the strange occurrence, one resident reported to us that they saw a large number of local officers filing into the sewers. Shortly afterwards, the sounds began again. They remarked that all of the officers appeared to have a similar, if not the same, face. We reminded them that this is generally the case, and nothing out of the ordinary, though the sewer noises do seem odd. Either way, we will just have to ignore it and pretend we don't notice. It is the police, after all. Nobody wants to disappear.
Why are you wasting your time on me?
Am I wasting my time?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of doctor? I'm not sick. Why are you wasting your time on me?
Am I wasting my time?
I'm pleased to say that we now have an update on the whole tree situation from earlier. It would seem that the trees have begun returning to town, seemingly quite reluctantly. Throughout the duration of this broadcast, the trees from the great old woods, as well as those which joined them in leaving, have now slowly been shuffling back into town. And there are now only a few stragglers remaining, which should be back soon enough. It would appear that my initial suspicion, that being that the feed the forest saying was to be taken quite literally, was in fact correct, and in the end we just needed a couple of last-minute human sacrifices to coax our leafy friends back into the town borders. I can't take any credit for this solution, however, as it was actually several grade 10 students from the St. Zizekthik High School of the Five-Horned God which came up with this quick fix, and had actually predicted such an event might occur as part of their Heritage Fair presentation only a week ago. It is little acts of ingenuity like this which leave me certain that the future of our town will be in good hands with this next generation of brilliant young minds. All Hallows Eve. A season of many traditions, some secret and loathsome, and others fun and popular. The favorite of many is without a doubt the act of trick-or-treating. Yes, that magical time when young residents don their costumes, grab their candy bags, and march excitedly into the great old woods. Little rows of ghouls and goblins will pile into the woods one after another. Some will emerge with heaping bags filled with candy. Some will emerge somewhere they did not expect to. And some will not emerge at all. Nothing in life is free, and all that candy must be paid for after all. And what of those who emerge somewhere unexpected? Well, where exactly they emerge is unknown, even to them. After a short while, they will wander home in a daze, their eyes glazed over, and their pace zombie-like. After they hear the panicked voices of their worried parents, they will snap out of it. No evidence of their whereabouts can be found, aside from their blood-soaked hands and muddy feet. Yes, Halloween is a splendid time of joy and candy for most, and we look forward to it every year.
Yes, I broke.
Do you know what time it is? She will come out of the lake, and she mustn't.
There's something new in town, listeners. Something unusual. Something that comes out at night. There have been an increasing number of calls regarding a dark figure resembling a man, but clearly something else. One such caller has left us an account of the experience with this mysterious character, which we will play for you now.
Hi, my name's Emma. I'm a big fan of the station. I listen to you guys almost every day. I'm calling in about something strange that happened to me the other night. I was telling a friend of mine about it, and they said I should give you folks a call. So, I was walking home the other night, and something weird caught my eye while I was kind of zoned out. There was this guy standing at the top of the hill ahead, in the middle of the street, facing me. It was pitch black out, and the only light was from the street lamps, so I couldn't really make anything out but his silhouette. I could just see that he was standing in this sort of power stance. Anyways, I was kind of creeped out, so I stopped and watched him for a minute to see if he was going to do anything. And he just sort of stood there, totally still. The part that really freaked me out is the next bit. At first, he just seemed like a normal dude acting weird, but after he stood there for a while, he started walking towards me really fast. When he was off in the distance, he seemed to be a normal height, but as soon as he started moving towards me, I could see that he was actually gigantic. It all happened so fast. I just screamed and started to run. I could hear his loud footsteps chasing after me, but when I turned the corner, he was gone. And that's all that happened. It sounds even crazier when I hear myself saying it, but I figured you guys would want to know about it. You know, the weather and all that. Well, thanks a lot. Bye now.
What an interesting call that was from Emma. Don't worry, Emma. You're not alone. We've received about 15 calls from others who have had similar experiences over the past week. Just who is this mysterious figure? Only time will tell. This has been the Neighborhood Watch.
And now, something for the kids. The local Joggers Club is hosting its annual fun run. This year's theme is Look Out, He's Right Behind You. Who's right behind you, you ask? Well, you've seen him before in the dead of night when your eyes are closed. That's right, it's Giggles the Clown. Now made real by your collective dreams. He's here and he's real and he's chasing you down the street all the way to the finish line. Proceeds from this year's fun run will go towards the medical bills of the child in last place, and the child in first place will get to choose the theme for next year. So come on out and support a great cause. And now, back to music.
You're a very good detective. You discovered everything except Satan.
Hidden within each of us is not only the capacity to love and hate, but to take that final step to be not only a creator, but a destroyer, a mad, unreasoning killer.
Welcome, listener, once again to the Weather Channel. Tonight's broadcast will keep you up to date on the latest weather warnings, community updates, breaking news, and dark lo-fi music. Turn up your volume, focus your mind, and let your thoughts conform to tonight's precipitous program. You're listening to the Weather Channel. the only channel, your favorite channel.
I have fabulous news, residents. The carnival is in town. You may have heard the jolly fanfare of their skilled musicians as they poured forth from the sewers last evening. And if you're really on top of things, your doors and windows are likely already boarded up. Just as with every year, they will set up their extravagant rides in the center of town, which nobody will dare ride, and residents will leave offerings of flowers and bones outside of their homes for the merry band to collect before their eventual return to the depths. Make sure that your offerings are left out in a timely manner, else the boards and nails will do little to keep the clowns out. If you're short on flowers or bones, well, you'll just have to find some.
Welcome, boys and ghouls, to the Weather Channel, your #1 source for weather updates, important news, and dark, lo-fi music. This is a very special broadcast, listeners, for the winds of All Hallows Eve, the great harvest, have blown into town. Gone for now are the blues and grays of our usual weather, blown away by these sinister winds, and replaced by the black of constant night, the oranges of grand foggy clouds, and the crimson of our festive eyes. Yes, listeners, it is that familiar season of Halloween. And now, back to the weather. It appears that there has been a break in the clouds, and the fog is beginning to lift. With visibility improving, residents should now be able to enter the woods with serviceable visibility. You should be able to see well enough to make it very close to the center of the forest. And as you get closer, and the light fades, you can simply follow the sounds of the footsteps of the others. And as you approach the center, you can follow the screams until it feels like it is right next to you, as if you could reach out and touch whoever is screaming. You could try, but your hands will reach only air, and the screaming will stop. That is the center of the forest, and you will be alone. At least that's one option if you're looking for something to do on this clear, beautiful night. And now, music.
It's that spooky time of year, listeners. They will don their uncanny masks and chase you in the night. It's the local joggers club. Who's that at the top of the hill, in the dark, with a bat? It's the local joggers club. They are catching up, screaming down the narrow streets. It's the local joggers club. Blood on the pavement. Too much excitement. An accident. Hollow footsteps receding into the woods. It's the local joggers club. Halloween scares for all. Festive fun for all ages. This message has been sponsored by the local joggers club. It's time for a local sightseeing spotlight. There has been some unusual activity reported at the old abandoned lot on the east side of town. A favorite place to peer through the chain-link fence at the barren plot of land, this location has become surprisingly interesting in the past few weeks. Residents have been reporting a loud humming sound coming from the lot, as well as a red glow coming from the great old stone, the only object found within the lot. Investigating this strange activity has, of course, been impossible, due to the lot causing those who enter to simply disappear as usual. Currently, the primary suspects for inciting these strange anomalies are the members of the local joggers club. While it is impossible to simply enter the lot, the joggers have been known to suddenly appear within the lot while jogging the mysterious, shifting paths of the local woods. This is the only known way to enter the lot, and police are currently questioning members of the club to see if there is anything shady going on. We'll keep you posted as this situation develops.
Defies all the laws of man and God. A creature like that, how would it ever die?
checks out. Welcome to Aunt Martha's King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out.
What gave you the idea to come here? I don't know what you're looking for, but you will find me. Now I'm letting you stay here on one condition, that you promise not to wander around the hotel alone. There's no place for a little girl. All right, this is Quigley. This is my niece, Carol. She's staying with us for a while. Alice!
Behind each door, there's a private terror.
Carol?
Welcome to Aunt Martha's King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out. Welcome to Aunt Martha's King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out. Welcome to Aunt Martha's King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out. Welcome to Aunt Martha's King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out.
Prince of Darkness sleeps soundly.
The ghosts of a vampire who terrorize the people in the mystical regions of Transylvania. The only way to destroy him was to plant a wooden stake into his heart.
May God have mercy on my soul.
Yeah, it's all the tea if the paranormal activity appears right after the picture is taken. And sure enough, something did on me. What? It's on you? No. Oh my god. What? No way. They say that ghost energy takes forms of weird shapes, like this cotton-looking shape. So the air that we're talking about here is another calling signal the ghosts use to show us that they are here. So we go up to the hill to Whiskey Bill's grave, and yes, the ghosts were there with us. It appears from the sky out of nowhere and hits the sun and gets here. What? The arrow! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? Here we go. It's the back half of the arrow. But if it's the back, then where's the fun? We go back down the hill when I hear something slice the air and hit the ground right next to me. It sounded like a stick. Oh my god! I think it's the arrow. It's the arrow!
Now, your local forecast. Accurate, up-to-date weather information for your neighborhood. Only on Weather Accurate, up-to-date weather information for your neighborhood. Only on the Weather Channel.
Weather channel. Weather channel. Weather channel. Weather channel. Weather channel. Weather channel.
you're trapped in the black drama. You hear the laughter, seconds after that you fade out. You played out, you laid out, your heart nearly gave out. You're lucky that you made out with just a few scars when the bleeding ends. This Jesus let you breathe again. But evil men will soon be on the receiving end of universal law. I'm calling on the meek and the poor to fight back and never forfeit the day. You have to go to war with forces that are all upon the 7 continental borders. A mental fortress is essential towards all this. My sword is a human orb until it orbits in the art of war. Can see grim reaping morbid. And pieces of the lost civilization in the past had my photograph etched inside of pyramids. Laugh at this revelation without 365 days of concentration and 24-hour meditation would be foolishly pagan. I'm ancient as demons, see I stay grim, throwing foes in a pit full of pitfalls to be shaken. Or strapped to the crossroads of hell and sin which trapped the sinners in the cell such as Sing Sing. I bring grim tidings, tidal your wave are not exciting. Stop biting the dick, start biting your own shit, cause I stick figures that they fat and can't rap grim laugh. I make them slim fast, looking like stick figures. I'm all that, I back chicks at concerts and shows. Get more panties than hoes that boost Victoria's Secret clothes. Foes his tag, expose toes at the corners. Kids with cold feet rising full like the Barada. We're mentally chopped your career. This shit is locked down here like penitentiary blocks and gears. Escape out of your ducks every time you hear my name. You better duck feet or catch a fucking face full of duct tape.
The Shuttered Room. 1. At dusk, the wild, lonely country guarding the approaches to the village of Dunwich in north-central Massachusetts seems more desolate and forbidding than it ever does by day. Twilight lends the barren fields and domed hills a strangeness that sets them apart from the country around that area. It brings to everything a kind of sentient, watchful animosity, to the ancient trees, to the briar-bordered stone walls pressing close upon the dusty road, to the low marshes with their myriads of fireflies and their incessantly calling whippoorwills, vying with the muttering of frogs and the shrill songs of toads, to the sinuous windings of the upper reaches of the Miskatonic, flowing among the dark hills seaward, all of which seem to close in upon the traveler as if intent upon holding him fast beyond all escape. On his way to Dunwich, Abner Whately felt all this again, as once in childhood he had felt it, and run screaming in terror to beg his mother to take him away from Dunwich, his grandfather Luther Whately. So many years ago, he had lost count of them. It was curious that the country should affect him so, pushing through all the years he had lived since then. The years at the Sorbonne, in Cairo, in London, pushing through all the learning he had assimilated since those early visits to grim old grandfather Whately in his ancient house, attached to the mill along the Miskatonic, the country of his childhood, coming back now out of the mists of time, as were it but yesterday that he had visited his kinfolk. But nothing could erase that final cataclysmic knowledge seared into his mind, the key to which he had had all along and not known it, the knowledge implicit in his own memories, as well as in the notes Luther Whately had left. Chunks of raw meat he had childishly supposed were going to be prepared in Ansari's room, instead of to be eaten raw, a reference to R, who had come back at last after having escaped back to the only home R knew. The seemingly unrelated reference is also in his grandfather's hand to missing cows, sheep, and the remains of other animals, the hideous suggestion clearly defined now in those entries of Luther Whately's about R's size commensurate with the amount of food, and he must be kept on a careful diet and to a controllable size, like the Innsmouth people, controlled to nothingness after Sarah's death, with Luther hoping that foodless confinement might shrivel the thing in the shuttered room and kill it beyond revival, despite the doubt that had led him to adjure Abner to kill everything in it that lives. The thing Abner had unwittingly liberated when he broke the pane and kicked out the shutters, liberated to seek its own food and its hellish growth again, at first with fish from the Miskatonic, then with small animals, then cattle, and at last human beings, the thing that was half batrachian, half human, but human enough to come back to only home it had ever known, and would cry out in terror for its mother in the face of the fatal Holocaust, the thing that had been born to the unblessed union of Sarah Whately and Rossa Marsh, spawn of tainted and degenerate. This evening will be cloudy. Clouds of doubt. The clouds of uncertainty. Perhaps the ever-looming cloud of death, which stalks us all. Sometimes clouds loom over us, hovering in the sky. Other times you may find yourself trapped within the cloud. The thick, choking fog of a dank cemetery wrapping around your feet. No matter which cloud will find you next, it is important to be mindful of the weather. We now return to our regular programming. This music stream to bring you breaking local news. There has been much debate lately regarding whether the local town law in general is legal at all. Our town is an old town, and as new generations of citizens with increasingly progressive ideas come along, the question comes up: is blood sacrifice a proper way to formalize a new law? And if not, should laws sworn in this way continue to be observed? This would, of course, mean the abolishment of every law which the faceless, nameless beings that founded our town put into place for our protection. These laws include many important local ordinances, such as new neighbors must interact without facing one another for at least 1 year after moving next to each other. The mandatory attendance of Mass at the underground church every Thursday. And the mandatory return of all books to the local library 1 week after obtaining them, no matter where you initially got them from. We certainly hope these important laws will remain in effect. After all, nobody knows what may happen once we stop following them. This has been the local news.
Cześć Liskie. Witam Cię. Fajnie, że jesteś. Ciszę muzykę. Prowadziłeś streama też dzisiaj? No, wybacz, no ja wróciłem dzisiaj z ostatniego dnia pracy mojej aktualnej i od razu siadłem, ale nie patrzyłem co tam na YouTube słychać ciekawego. Jak streamowałeś coś, to sorry, nie widziałem nic. Wróciłeś jednak do robienia YouTube'ów. Bardzo mnie to cieszy. A co tam u mnie? No mówię, no, byłem ostatni dzień w starej pracy. Teraz urlop. Trochę przymusowy, trochę nieprzymusowy. No i co? No pizza, znowu do roboty. Innej, na szczęście. No ja się tak bawię, no. Tak, ja widziałem już to wczoraj, ten iceberg. Bardzo fajny. W ogóle telewizja z kartonu to jest bardzo spokojny kanał. Bardzo lubię. Chyba to jest telewizja z kartonu, tak mi się wydaje, że to chyba telewizja z kartonu. To jest bardzo rzetelne, takie i zabawne i ciekawostki są naprawdę spoko. Także szanuję. Ciasno. Tak, też to widziałem. Nie, chłopiec spoko, naprawdę jest rzeczowy, rzetelny i widać postaranko, jak mawia Klosuk niego, więc bardzo spoko. Lubię. Niekoniecznie sama forma icebergów mi nie odpowiada, bo te icebergi to jest takie, no już wyruchany trochę temat. Ale ogólnie naprawdę wynajduję o żabkach, na przykład nie wiem czy widziałeś o żabkach. Jego materiał, iceberg o żabkach. To było dosyć zabawne.
Creepy crawlies crawling around, spindly little legs, and too many eyes, getting into your bed, crawling around on your face while you sleep, in your ears and up your nose. I just hate them.
No to wiesz o czym
Cutting
mówię.
into a beautiful birthday cake, and what's this? It's filled with spiders, pouring out everywhere. Man, I would hate that. If you were like me, and you hate spiders as much as I do, you will not be pleased to hear that we have a real spider problem around here lately. Not a spider problem in the sense that there are lots of spiders, so much as one extremely large spider. Its legs are about 6 feet long each, and yet it is wiry enough to pop up out of your toilet unannounced.
Tak, no mówię, widziałem ten iceberg, także wiem o tym.
And disappear back into the sewers.
Że jedyna żabka za granicą bodajże to jest. Właśnie w salonie Tesli. W Niemczech bodajże, z tego co pamiętam.
Or Or at least I'm just assuming it's a he, as I'm really not sure how you're supposed to tell. But the shrieking sound it makes is very low-pitched and masculine. Anyways, I would suggest locking your bathroom doors and hoping that he doesn't have a plan B. This has been a local wildlife spotlight.
And now, the weather. This
No tak.
is a weather channel, after all. Tonight,
Biznes.
you will be experiencing
Biznes to biznes.
a clear, cloudless sky. As with all cloudless nights, please do not look at the lights in the sky. They are not real. It is far too easy to follow the lights without really thinking about it. Lights will often lead you to the old woods north of town. It is not the lights that are dangerous, but the old woods. Thank you. This has been the weather. The weather.
No, wiadomo. Bardzo szybko się zmieniają czasy na naszych oczach, wręcz w przeciwieństwie do pokolenia naszych dziadków czy nawet rodziców. To czasy się zmieniają bardzo szybko.
I'm not laughing.
What is the purpose of this autopsy?
You believe a monster lurks in each of us.
No tak, ta z Łodzi jeszcze choćby nawet. Też mi się to gdzieś wyświetliło. Propaganda i tak dalej, ale też no faktycznie kronika to była. Nie ma co ukrywać, że nie. Chyba potrzebuję innego pędzla. Nie no, to tam telewizję już w latach 50. ludzie mieli. Niektórzy co prawda, ale już była. W latach 60. czy 70. to już powszechnie, nie? Jest to też nie tak. Też nie tak.
Poor woman, she's almost out of her mind.
And last night he slipped out of the house and didn't come back until dawn.
I wasn't supposed to go out tonight. I sneaked out.
Some sort of a monster was seen around town last night.
No tak. To wiadomo. O, słyszę koty jakieś. I nawet widzę 2 kotki. Chcesz to zobaczyć? No to będziecie widać, jak przyjdziesz. No to dobra, to chodź. To cię zasłonię. No chodź. No chodź. I taki jest koncept, nie? No to jeszcze szczególnie. No widzę Kiciuś. Kiciuś. Nie będę całował, nie jestem tego, nie powiem tego słowa na głos. Ej,
Dobra,
nie rządnico. Nie wyganiam cię. Słodziak, mam nadzieję, że mówiłeś o kocie, że Słodziak, bo kolego, inaczej pogadamy. No, to była moja pani Ola. Bardzo mnie wspiera. Wszystkim. A kotek to Olinek, który czasami tutaj się gdzieś przewijał. Czy to na streamach, czy to w filmach. No już 153 nawet. Jakoś tak wyszło. Jednak jak widać bardziej filmy się cieszą niż streamy, ale ja się nie dziwię wcale, że filmy bardziej niż streamy. Chłop siedzi, pije piwo i maluje obraz. No, kurwa. No po prostu chcę jakiś ruch tutaj utrzymać, by coś tam było na tym kanale rzucane. Skoro i tak bym malował, to niedobrze by na streama z tego zrobić, nie? Co to za różnica? Kurwa, jebany cały czwarty. No, wiesz, mówię, dalej się nie angażuję w to jakoś tak bardzo. Jutro chcę coś nagrać sobie. Trochę kultury chcę trochę nagrać sobie. Bo lubię sobie tę serię i poznałem nowych fajnych, ciekawych rzeczy, z tym chciałbym się podzielić. Więc myślę, że jutro sobie to nagram. A tak to mówię, głównie streamy. Ten Alan Wake też myślę, że to sobie będę kontynuował. Wiesz, pograjmy z debilem moją serię. Zobaczymy jak to pójdzie. Tutaj, ten tutaj dosyć tak nisko. O, tak? Dobrze. Chyba, że to nie, sobie to
That familiar, tingly feeling. Destroyer of happiness. Bane
Co
of
mówisz?
progress.
Dobranoc.
If you or someone you know is experiencing this emotion,
Dobrze.
you may want to reach
Do
out to
jutra.
the local psychiatry office of Dr. Matheson. Using a series of innovative modern
No,
techniques,
może dotrę do 200, może nie dotrę. Zobaczymy. Nie jest to aż takie. Znaczy, jest to miłe i uekcytowanie tego bardzo. Nie powiem, że nie. Ale nie jest to coś, o czym myślę jakoś tak bardzo intensywnie, codziennie. Jest sobie, sprawia mi to przyjemność. Lubię sobie montować i lubię sobie pogadać o jakichś swoich pierdołach, więc... Więc zobaczymy. Jak dojdzie, to dobrze. Jak nie dojdzie, to żadnej szkody nie będzie. Zresztą tutaj treści są, oprócz gierek, nie? To są takie treści trochę niszowe. Też nie wymagam nie wiadomo czego. Też nie wymagam nie wiadomo czego. A może tak to zrobić? No, teraz głównie myślę o robocie nowej. Muszę trochę ogarnić rzeczy do niej. Pójść na badania lekarskie i w ogóle. Dobrze, zobaczymy, jak to będzie dalej. No, malować będę malował dalej, ale czy YouTube będzie mi się chciało utrzymywać, to nie jest takie oczywiste. Chociaż mówię, sprawia mi to przyjemność. Tworzenie tych filmów. Faktycznie, nawet zauważam, kiedy tu kilka godzin przy montowaniu na przykład mija, potrafi mi zejść te 3-4 godziny, jak nie więcej. Jest to więcej.
I hope you've enjoyed that song, citizens. And now, an exciting update for our local arts and
Trzeba będzie na peta iść za niedługo.
I'm pleased to announce that
Ale
the
to skończę
paintings
chociaż
on
te.
display in the local gallery by a touring, unnamed artist.
Te wiem już, że też skończę.
The paintings, which were initially blank, now mostly depict amazingly
Dzięki wielkie Lizgie, fajnie zawsze, że jesteś, zawsze, że miło sobie pogadać coś. Cóż, powodzenia i dobrej nocy. Wiem, że jest poniedziałek, nie jest ten. Do usłyszenia, do zobaczenia. Uważaj na siebie.
Be sure to take part in this Arts and Culture Week by heading down to the gallery and take a look at these stunning paintings for yourself. You won't regret it. And now, back to our music stream.
To będziesz polował na coś? Mały, rudy. Ujebany farbą jest. To dobrze prowadzi.
Speaking of bones, a local member of the Joggers Club has made a gruesome discovery. This anonymous jogger reported to local police that they were out for their usual morning jog when they stumbled across a set of skeletal remains just off the jogging trail hidden behind a bush. Whether the cause of death was an accident or something more sinister has not yet been determined, but the local skeletons are nervous regardless. This is the second set of bones found in less than 2 weeks now, so many are speculating that we could have a serial skeleton killer on our hands. Many skeleton members of the local Joggers Club have stopped going out for jogs until the case is solved. However, some skeletons have been going out in groups and jogging together as a sign of perseverance and solidarity against this potential threat. There has also been growing concern amongst the fully human residents, as they could be targets as well if this killer expands their range to include those who are only part skeleton. All I can say is that I hope this case is resolved soon, so that things can get back to normal.
Dobra, będzie końcówka.
And now, music.
a sponsored message from the local mall. Santa's in town. His big red chair is set up by the food court, and his little helpers are scurrying about. It's nowhere near Christmas. What's he doing here? Come to the mall. Tell Santa your secrets. When will he leave? Maybe he won't. Come to the mall. Come see Santa. Come to the mall. Come see Santa. This has been a sponsored message from the mall. And now, a song.
A very beautiful girl.
He was able to hypnotize you.
As if you'd awakened from a horrible dream. Awakened from a horrible dream.
You must feel rather lonely here.
A very beautiful girl.
Awakened from a horrible dream.
It was just a moment of weakness.
Awakened from a horrible dream.
The past 72 hours seem like a bad dream.
In your pajamas.
In my pajamas, obviously. Period.
he's been entertaining us with horror stories. Talks about nothing but monsters. Claims she's even seen them.
Strange noises.
She's even seen it.
But if this thing is actually killing people, then why is the mayor trying to keep it quiet?
Potatoes.
Potatoes?
Around here, that means big money. Around here, that means big money.
Welcome back, listeners, to the Weather Channel, your #1 source for weather updates, local news, and relaxing music. Once again, you're listening to the Weather Channel, your favorite channel.
Many of you may have seen this article. It's been trending on our website for about 2 days now. And if you're looking for thrills and chills, you need to look no further than Satan's Hollow is what it's called, and it's in Blue Ash. And we told you all about it. You may have recognized the phrase, the portal to hell. Well, our website posted this. It went viral, and the Now's Allie Kramer looked into it. Allie, what'd you find when you checked it out? Well, Julie, it certainly is a creepy place, and this time of year, Blue Ash is swirling with rumors about Satan's Hollow. Oh, this is a picture of the entrance. You can see it's really just a storm drain with some graffiti on it, but it's what people think happened inside there that has them talking. Rick Fenberg is a thrill seeker looking for the creepiest place in Cincinnati.
First time I went to Satan's Hollow, me and my brother-in-law Ray, we went looking for it.
And just 4 years ago, he says he found it here, nestled deep in the woods in Blue Ash. The decrepit storm drain has a rich history and urban legend of sorts.
It was a creepy place. Took a couple steps inside, and our imagination playing tricks on us. It's dark. There's echoes coming out of there. We didn't want to go any further. Don't know what's in there.
Perhaps it's because Fenberg knows the legend, knows what supposedly happened inside decades ago.
Some time ago, Satanists used it as their meeting place. They would hold masses, have sacrifices there.
The narrow tunnel stretched several football fields, best illustrated by the hands on that.
There is supposedly at the end of this one of the tunnels an altar room, supposedly where the Satanists, actually had their sacrifices.
Satanic graffiti is scrawled on the wall. If we got your attention, there's some bad news. The portal to hell is on private property and isn't open to the public. Blue Ash police say they are always chasing off teens that find a way to get to it. But if you're a true believer, it isn't just the cops.
This is the Weather Channel. This is your best source for weather information around the nation and around the world. This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel.
Welcome, listeners, to the Weather Channel, your number one source for important weather updates, breaking news, and dark lo-fi hip-hop music. I hope you will enjoy this evening's music selections. Once again, this is the Weather Channel, your favorite Weather Channel.
This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Channel.
I